What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be diving into a budget unending auras deck. That's right, a deck where you can play auras and then have them come back constantly. Not only that, you're building up creatures off of it, you know, your little 1/1 tokens. You're building up Setessan Champion into a huge creature, +1/+1 counters. And you have the Storm Herald as a big coup de grace, bring everything back and swing in for some smash in action. So, normally our budget decks do revolve around a few rares, a few mythics, and a ton of commons and uncommons, so that way even the newer players can come on in and dive into the action and have fun with a deck that's already been tested, so you don't have to go waste your wild cards and yada yada yada. So, I will say this is a very fun deck. Whenever it procs and it pops off hard, and you feel like the king of the world. You got big creatures, you got a ton of creatures, and you're swinging in with trample damage, you're swinging in with a ton of damage thanks to all that glitters, and you got some removal with the Scorching and with the Banishing to sort of keep things in control. Now, when it doesn't pop off, it feels a little bad. I will say that. It feels a little bad because you're generally not getting a good solid creature down until turn 3, right? You know, your Setessan or your Siona. You do have Nessian Wanderer, which as of recently, I've been preaching for this card because it's a 2-mana 1/3. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield, you look at the top 3 cards, you can reveal a land, put it into your hand. Now, I know as a newer player, you're saying, Chance, that's not very exciting. Drawing a land, not very exciting. But the nice thing about this card is you have to think about it this way. For every enchantment you play while it's on the battlefield, and for every land you draw out because of it, that's one less land that you're likely to draw during your draw steps, which means you have that much greater chance of drawing a playable, such as, another creature, or removal, more enchantments to reproc the Nessian and draw more lands and keep you basically from ever getting mana screwed. So it's really good in that manner. Obviously, sometimes you get flooded a little bit because you're drawing lands with this and you just so happen to draw regular lands, but it is what it is, and you can't always have the perfect luck and magic, and, well, you'll see that as you play more, right? So down here in the bottom end, we have 2 copies of Sentinel's Eyes. This is a fantastic enchantment aura. It is a common, so everybody can go pick it up. Whenever you enchant a creature, it gets +1/+1 and Vigilance, and you can escape this card, which means you can play it from your graveyard for only 1 mana and exiling 2 other cards from your graveyard. So, for example, if you have this card and 3 cards in your graveyard, you pay 1 mana, you exile those other 2 cards, so they are no longer in your graveyard, and you put this down onto a creature. It's nice because even up against rogue decks, you can still play something out of your graveyard, and actually in some cases it's beneficial, right? Furor of the Bitten, nice common as well. 1 mana, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and attacks each combat if able. That's not a huge drawback for us because we want our Setessan Champion to be attacking each combat, right? Storm Herald comes down with haste, and our idea is to put all that glitters from our graveyard, all of the, Setessan Trainings and Warbriar Blessings and Furor of the Bittens, put all those onto the Storm Herald as soon as it enters, so you can have this big, 18/18, 20/23, or whatever. Actually, it wouldn't be a 20/23, it'd be like a 21/20, but y'all get what I'm saying. The idea of the Storm Herald is to bring all this stuff back, and so it doesn't matter if it has to attack each combat. You want it to attack, right? It's not a drawback. All that glitters, 2 mana, enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. Obviously, this is big pog, as well, everything you control is, for the most part, enchantment, right? Another card that we didn't add in, but is a very common one to have in these decks, and it is a very good one, and I just chose not to go for it because I wanted something a little bit different here, is Owlslid of Life's Bounty. It's a 1 mana white card. Actually, I think I can pull it up right here. It's right here. It's an enchantment creature, so it will help proc the Setessan Champion and the not the Siona, I'm sorry. It will help proc the Setessan Champion and the Nessian Wanderer, which is really nice. It gives you protection from the color of your choice. It is a fantastic card and one you could certainly slot into this deck. I simply chose not to, as, like I said, every enchantment deck I see is like Setessan Champion and your Owlslid and your all that glitters, and it's just so very copycat. So I was trying to keep this one a little bit fresh. Anyways, so we have the all that glitters Transcendent Envoy. It's an enchantment creature. You get a 1/2 in the skies, and it makes all your auras cost 1 less. It's really nice. Scorching Dragonfire for some removal. Nessian we've talked about. Setessan Training draws you a card +1/+0 and gives your creature trample. Trample is probably the nicest thing about this, but the card draw is certainly nothing to sneeze at either. Warbriar Blessing, 2 mana, gives your creature 0/2, which is nice. Gives them a little more defenses, right? And allows you to fight 1 target creature you don't control with that creature. Banishing Light for some removal. Storm Herald we talked about. Hala Hala get Bala. This is one of my favorite flippy floppy lands. 3 mana, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. So generally you'll be using this if you're in a rogues matchup, or any matchup really, where you have a Storm Herald in the graveyard and you need to get it back into your hand. Use the Bala, bring Storm Herald back, slam it down. Hoorah! Right? Also works well for your Setessan Champions. Obviously, you can get those back, or all that glitters. Essentially anything that you need. You could even get a land back if you're sort of hurting in that manner, but you could also just play this down as a land. So I feel like you got better uses of 3 mana. Setessan Champion, we talked about. Siona, whenever it enters the battlefield, you look at the top 7 cards of your library. You can reveal an aura from among them, put it into your hand, so you can essentially draw out, Setessan Training or Warbriar, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, furthermore, whenever you put an aura down onto a creature you control, you get to create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. So again, you can sort of flood the board with this, excuse me, flood the board with this, Setessan and Storm Herald, and make a lot of creatures that all hit for, a fair amount. Outside of that, we are playing a budget deck, so we don't have any pathways, we don't have any fables, we don't have any temples, because the idea of these is that anybody can hop in and play them. So if you have fables, if you have temples, if you have pathways, play them, because there is a red-green pathway, there's a red-white pathway, there's a green-white pathway. So obviously this deck becomes immensely better if you have those 3 pathways, if you have some temples, if you have some fables. So I hope you enjoy, and as I said, this is a deck that is meant for more so fun playing out. I don't recommend, if you're a newer player trying to hop into ranked with a budgety deck, this is not it, okay? This is a deck that you can play if you're a budget player looking for a lot of fun, big plays, and something a little new and interesting that's not going to break the bank, so to speak, right? Anyways, hope you've all been enjoying the content. If you have, please be sure to leave a like down below. It lets me know, what percentage of people actually enjoy this content, and should I continue to make decks like this or whatever. I do try to actually read into the analytics, it's not just numbers on a wall to me. Anyways, so leave a like, leave a comment if you have any questions, comments, concerns, as per the usual. If you're new here and you'd like to support the channel, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon that pops out afterwards. That way you can get notifications with our latest videos. And of course, the best way that you can support the channel is just by showing up, watching the video all the way through, and hitting that like button. Now, if you want to support the channel through a monetary means, there is a join button down beneath each and every single video. You can click it, it'll give you a list of perks you can acquire upon joining up. And most namely, we do member videos on Saturday nights, generally, right? And right now we're focusing on Destroy All Humans. After that, we'll be moving on to another non-magic game. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have budget decks that go live throughout the week. So if you're a newer player, and you don't like this one, try back on Wednesday, or try back on Friday, or try back next Monday, right? We also have a budget playlist, so if you're interested in seeing past decks that we've created, maybe you want to dive into those a little bit, I'm sure that it will be linked in the video, probably in the top right corner if you hit the little thingy mabobber over there. Anyways, I highly do recommend you go check out some other decks if you're looking for more budget stuff. There's more stuff here on the channel that I'm sure you will enjoy. I think that's about it. We do have daily videos at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day, Monday through Monday, right? Hope you all have been enjoying them, and without further ado, let's hop into this Unending Auras deck, shall we? Tono, let's see if we can have some normal plays here. I see creatures, which is a great sign. It means we for damn sure 1000% can't go 12 cards in seeing 0 creatures, right? That is a highlight of my day right now. We don't have any red mana, but that's all right. We got other stuff we can play out here. Other stuff we can play. If we could hit a land here, that would be beautiful. Obviously, we could go for the Wanderer plus play our first enchantment down. I'd be a little surprised if they don't remove our champion, but hey, looky there. We got some tap land. Not exactly what I want to see, but we're going to go for the banishing on the rampart, so we don't have to really worry about that guy. We can still go Wanderer and, some 2 mana card on the next turn. We'll swing in for 2 here. It's actually going okay, and we even hit red mana. Holy crap, our luck is changing. Things are looking up, ladies and gents. Things are looking up. Now, they still have 3 mana available, which means they could still get down to Yorvo, Love Struck, that kind of stuff, right? All of that's Very, very terrifying. Another Setessan. Oh, not gonna lie, I want to be greedy and play our second Setessan. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. If we can untap next turn, of course we have the Wanderer, we have the All That Glitters, or the Wanderer and the Warbriar's Blessing. I don't think we're gonna swing in here. The odds of them using something like a Bone Crusher on my Setessan is just too real. They didn't play anything. Holy crapola. Ladies and gents, we're getting so lucky. This is my time to shine, baby. So I think I'm going to save the Warbriar's Blessing, actually, because an All That Glitters and then a Warbriar... Blah, 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 blah. An All That Glitters and then a Warbriar's Blessing should allow us to take out almost anything that they could have, right? So this is really good for us. This is really, really good for us. I guess that's the thing with this deck. It doesn't really do well until it does really, really well, huh? Alright, so they got a lot of mana at instant speed. We got to start punching through, right? Got to start getting in there. So let's do it. Let's swing in with our Setessan. On the next turn, we'll be at 3/6 mana, which is enough for Siona, plus Banishing, potentially. They're block. I don't like that. They're double blocking. Do they have the Bone Crusher? I'd be willing to bet so. I would be willing to bet so. Come on, Tono. Tono. Infuriate. Well, now that's interesting. Let's do, let's make that a 5. Alright, well, you know what? We can actually do this as well. Let's hope they don't have another Infuriate. Am I right? They got another Infuriate. Holy cow. This carrier did. Well, on the bright side, we just wasted all of their Infuriates. We wasted 2 of their ace in the hole, so to speak. So, if that was all you got, I'm good. And I drew into another champion. It is over. It's over before it even began. I really don't trust their little card there. We're gonna get Siona down though, because you know we're having a good game here. I want to continue. Damn, we had to. Why would I leave my red mana? I guess because it's split. Whatever. I don't trust you. I'm not attacking. I don't trust. Dreamstalker Manticore. What? Okay, Transcendent first and foremost. We'll get a little proccage on the champions. We do have the Dragonfire. I think I'm going to go for the Dragonfire onto the Dreamstalker actually before we get too late into things here. I don't have any trample as I'm now realizing, but we do have the Banishing Light, so that can take out their Caryatid here. Alright. Alright. So this is going much better. It seems like with this deck, you either do really well, or you do really unwell. But for now, we're doing really well, so we're gonna smash in. We will have to discard here, probably discard the untap there. So we have Warbriars, we have Setessan Training. I mean, we could... Psych. I was gonna say, we could use the Storm Herald. We could finally use the olden Storm Herald. Alrighty, Nessian Wanderer, Sentinel's Oz, and Siona. I think we can keep this hand up against Gato. Isn't a Gato a cat? Isn't that what that means? Anyways, we have a fair split of lands, actually, this game. It's not like we're just playing Selesnya. Rune Crab. You know, I do enjoy getting milled off the bat. There's not many things in life I enjoy more than that. Look at that. I could be Dr. Seuss. You don't even know. I got a hat. There's no cat in my hat though. Yeah, you hit that Setessan Champion right off the top. It's not like I wanted to draw that, and then a Bala Ged too, so I can't even get it back. Boy howdy, I love the Millers. Not to be confused with the family, right? The Millers. Anyways, we'll get a Siona down. Following that, we can probably get 2 Sentinel's Eyes. Mike can start punching through. I gotta say, mono blue mill is some of the worst stuff for us to play against, though. They have the bounce spells. They have the mill, which is really frustrating. Ooh, all that glitters. You glitter right on. Alright, let's get the Siona down. Do we want the Furor, or do we want... We definitely want the Trample, right? We have all that glitters, so we definitely know that we will have the power to punch through, which is a matter of time. Come next turn, we'll have 4 mana. That could be an all that glitters and a Setessan Training, or a Sentinel's Eyes and an all that glitters. Probably Training and all that glitters if we have the choice, right? Frogify. Well. If it isn't the good old Frogify. Alright, that's fine. Our Nessian Wanderer can still draw his cards out here. Get that. Another all that glitters. Hey. Sometimes you're just lucky. So, plenty of lands. Plenty of lands. Bam. That's fine. I didn't want an envoy anyway, so thank you for milling that out for me, actually. I want something big, something good. Oh, you know what would be really nice against the mill deck, actually? I didn't think about it till just now. Our I'm not happy. I am not happy. Our Storm Herald would be really nice, right? 1 Storm Herald and we got tons of stuff in the graveyard, right? Tons of horrors. Alright, you bastard. Time to get my shit back. So I want to play this. Play this and this. So I need to play this. We'll do this. You think I can't make this great again? You're wrong. Don't take my shit, you bitch. Oh, what? I didn't kill it. Oh, it's too big. I should have killed the crab. Let's be real. Oh, it's a 5/7. Oh, because it's my all that glitters. Son of a bitch. Oh, that's horrific. I mean, it's beautiful for them, but it's horrific for us. The more counters we get on our creature, the more counters they'll... Or the bigger their Nessian Wanderer gets, so... Should have taken out the crab there, whatever. But if we can get a Storm Herald, right? We have all that Setessan. Yeah, we got a ton of stuff. Hey, look, they balanced their stuff. They did exactly what I said they would do. Verbatim. It's like they have 0 originality. Lol mages. Lol mages. Okay. Go ahead, use it. Use your little mages. Take my Siona. I'll act like I'm surprised. I'm not happy with the amount of mill we're hitting here. Or they're hitting, rather. We're not hitting it. It's getting hit. We're getting hit. It's kind of abusive, really. Seriously, Jesus, I see it. It's flying, and it's dumb. let's still no. Okay. Well, we have to definitely wait on the lull mages. I'm not playing anything until they use that lull mages. Down to 21 cards. It's not necessarily where I want to be, but I think one Setessan swing in off of a good good board, we should be fine. We'll take this 2 damage. I got no qualms. No qualms, taking the damage. They may just end up milling us out here, you know? In which case, you know, good on you. Hats off to you. Our best bet is to hit a Storm Herald, as they do come down with haste. But there's one in the graveyard already. I don't know how many else we've seen in the graveyard. There's one. Oh, that's it. So we do have a decent chance of hitting a Storm Herald, as we've only seen one in the graveyard, which means we have 2 in the last 14 cards. So 1 in 7 chance of hitting a Storm Herald. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay. 2 in 13 chance of hitting a Storm Herald. That's not too shabby. Now we could increase, if I play this and play that, we will still have enough to play a Storm Herald. Alright, well I gotta go for it then, right? That is our line to victory. Now of course they may counter our Setessan, in which case, you know, good on them. But something tells me their greed might be a little too strong, and they might leave the Setessan alone so they can use lull mages on it, right? No, they're just gonna counter it. Still no. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, well, we can't, I don't really want to play anything. I'd rather them not mill. We have 2 Storm... Oh my god. This is what I needed. This is exactly what I needed. GG. King Robert. King Robert. What is that? Was he Scottish? Irish? I know there was a story about him. Where's King Robert? The one from Robin Hood. I don't know. We're gonna keep this hand. We got a creature. We got some other stuff, you know, to go alongside the creature. So. Setessan Training and Warbriars, both very nice. And a Setessan Champion, too. That's really a good draw. So, we're going to go for the Champion first. That way we can hopefully start building her up. The Wanderer is nice, too. It'll allow us to draw some cards out. We can probably go ahead and play that next turn if we wanted to. We'll see, because we could also play the Setessan or the Warbriar. And we only have access to 1 green mana, so we do need to be a little, you know, picky here. Anyways, King Robert gonna swing in with their 1/1. I don't trust, so we'll just let it happen. Siona is really nice. Siona is really nice. Yeah, we still need more green mana though. So what I could do is put this down. That I'll put this Setessan to a 2/5. Should be big enough to deal with things like the Hollow Priest and the Fencing Ace. Yeah, I want to do this, I think. We're not going to attack the Fencing Ace. I just don't quite know what that 1 mana card is, right? Can't trust it, so. We did get another green sword, so I guess I should have waited to play our land there, huh? It is going to be tapped. Leonin War Leader. I think we can hold our own for the time being up against the War Leader. Let's go ahead and get down our other champion, because we just got lucky enough to draw into 2, right? Next turn, we'll probably go for the Siona, captain of the Pyleas, and then put down a Setessan Training as well. That War Leader may swing in this turn, and, you know, that's not fantastic for us, but, again, you can't stop them all. So, I think we actually let the Fencing Ace through as well. We'll just block these little 1/1s. I'm a little hesitant, actually, to even block the 1/1 with the 1/3 there. Because it didn't take a whole lot for the 1/1 to deal 2 extra damage, right? So we'll let it all ride. I think keeping my creatures alive is much more valuable than, you know, defending a little bit of damage up against them, so. Alright, so yeah, if I go for the Siona, we can still play the Setessan. All that glitters is really good. Should probably grab that, let's be real. Should probably grab this one. Alright, now we got a big old 4-8. Turn into a 5-9. There we go. So that should be able to defend up against them now. I guess I have 2 Setessan Trainings in hand. We'll probably get down the Wanderer on the next turn, maybe. Pacifism. Hey, hey, hey. That's not fun. But we do have the little 1/1 now. We can sort of chum block, right? Chum block here. They gotta have something up their sleeve, right? Some kind of booster for these little 1/1s. So that's gonna be 8, 9, 10 damage. We're going down to 5. Goodness. Alrighty, back to our turn. We got a Bala. Holla holla, get Bala. I think we go for the training first. The other Setessan Champion will still draw us a card, so that's nice at least. Another All That Glitters, that's really good. I can put this down here. At a certain point, they're just going to be able to go around us though, yeah? Maybe I can make this Setessan big enough to just one turn hit him, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 will get through. Discard 2 cards. This one. And an extra copy of the Wanderer. No, you bastard. Another pacifism, and that's going to do it. Actually, you know what? They had enough damage with just the 1/1s they created. They didn't even need the pacifism. Oh. Well, it was still a fun one. I would like to say that. It was still a fun one. Hey, this looks very keep worthy. Alright, so up against Bitten. Not that. So... I'm thinking we go for Transcendent Envoy first here. Oh, we could play Setessan Training and All That Glitters in one single turn. That's pretty good. Opponent got an Essence Symbiote, so I could also go for the Nessian Wanderer. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go Wanderer. And then play... let's just play the Setessan Training. I don't want to All That Glitters yet, considering it won't really do too much, you know. No lands there, that's fine. Alright, and we drew into another Setessan Training, so that's good. Another Transcendent Envoy. Well, first things first, let's go for the training here. Alright, drew a land out. We did shuffle a champion away there, but that's alright. Now, I think we go land, Transcendent. I feel like the opponent has removal magic available. They're just not using it, you know? Well, let's go for this. If nothing else, we can get down some red mana here in the future. We have plenty of it, right? And then get a Storm Herald. Alright, so that's a big 8-7. Shuffled another Setessan Champion away. Alright, let's see. It does connect. Alright, they're down to 10. We've managed to draw out a lot of lands here, so hopefully we should be due for some playables, right? We've already gotten 8 lands out of the top 15. Never mind, Bolton's just going to scoop it out. We had an excellent draw there, an excellent series of draws, really. Jeebs. Good Jeebs. Seems fun. We got the Setessan. We got stuff we can play on the Setessan. We do have a 1-2-3 mana sort of curve. It's just not interactable until we get to the 3 mana. It's probably the worst thing about this deck is you do have, you know, Setessan that you're waiting till turn 3 to get down, and Storm Herald, which it's not even a turn 3 play. Like Storm Herald is more of like a turn 5, turn 6, somewhere in that mid-range sort of play. I guess you do have the Wanderer, right, which is a 2 mana card, but aside from that, you also have Siona, right, 3 mana card. So a lot of 3 mana cards. You definitely want to be untapped on 3 mana. We got to show them 2 cards. They're going to make us discard one of those cards. You can have a tapped land. And you can have the Furor. You can have one of those two. Probably going to be the Furor, right? Yep. I would be very, very, very surprised if we don't see removal here. Almost to the point where I wanted to play Siona down instead of Setessan. But you can't constantly play as if your opponent has removal, because then you'll never play anything, right? Mire's Grasp, you know, we weren't wrong. We weren't wrong. These mono black decks are pretty boring in the sense that you, oh yeah? Yeah, seven. Whoo. Our luck is looking up this morning. And of course, by looking up, I mean it's not looking up at all. It's looking way, way down. Now, they could play Lourdes on the next turn and then play a 1 mana card back from graveyard. If they have another land, they can actually play 2. I don't really want to go for the Banishing Light. I think we're just going to go for the Training and the All That Glitters. Try to get this card up healthy enough to not die to the Mire's Grasp, right? Alright, it's a 5-4. We can swing in with that. Down to 18. Now, of course, they can play down their Lourdes and bring that Archfiend's Vessel back. But we do have Banishing Light, so we can just take out the Lourdes and then deal with the 5-5 later. They might use Mire's Grasp here, but it won't take out the Siona, so I'm highly sure they'll use the Archfiends, yeah. Yeah, it is kind of the nice thing about Magic. It's pretty much all very, very predictable. Minus when you get into the, you know, the super high ranks and everyone's basically only playing the same 3 decks, and it's like, you know, you pretty much know what's going on. Malakir Rebirth, oh my goodness. Pogging up over here. Alright, Banishing Light. Let's take the Lourdes, because I don't want them to have the Lourdes. We can worry about the 2 5-5s in the sky later. You know? Those are things that we can deal with later. Time Merit. Okay. Exiling some stuff from the graveyard. We don't mind about that too much. I mean, I guess we do. Storm Herald would be nice to have gotten that stuff back, but whatever. Whatever. Take out a big old 5-5. I think we lose here just off the race, right? We'll keep going though, because we do have a 7-6 swinging in. They're gonna block with Time Merit. They're gonna block with the 1/2. You got another Malik here. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, they're down to 2 and they don't have anybody to swing back at us. They do have the 5/5, but that'll take them a little bit of time. Can we win this race? Can we win this race? I will say the all the life that we've gained off the land kind of helped us, you know? We've gained 5 life off the land. We would be at 6 life, in which case they would only need 2 swingaroo. That Time Merit coming back is a absolute pain in the ass. I don't think this is going to be enough either to allow us to punch through, you know what I mean? 13. 13 damage. Which means if we swing in with 13 and the 1, we're dealing 11, 12. So they're down to 5. We're down to 1. No. We gotta wait. We gotta wait and hope we hit maybe another all that glitters. I don't know what we'd actually need here. Oh, that'll do it for them. Never mind. GG, opponent.